Now, cash break-even point, group 1. Cash break-even point quantity, group 1.
Sir, it is 0.2.
0.2. Group 2.
Sir, 0.20.
Okay. So, okay. And group 3.
20,000.
Okay. So basically, your answers are same. Only thing is, you have expressed it differently. So basically, what you are saying is, 200,000 tons of steel if it is produced, then the company will be able to get a cash break even. And you understand what is cash break even? That means it will be recovering the cash cost. And what is the cash cost? Always remember, cash expense or cash cost is something on account of which money is going to go out of the business. So depreciation is a non-cash expense. So when you want to calculate the break-even point, you can ignore the depreciation. You want to calculate the cash break-even point, you can ignore the break-even point. Now, all of you, please remember, business strategy across the globe for different corporates will be driven by different objectives. And just pay attention how. When when everything is going phenomenally good, markets are good, economies are doing well, there is a good demand, then strategy of the businesses will be driven by EVA, which is economic value added, or ROCE, return on capital employed, which basically means when everything is going good, you must aim to maximize your profit as much as you can. Suppose when the things are not so good, in that case you will be happy with making some profit. Things are still worse, then what will be your aim? Then your aim will be to achieve the break even, normal break even point. यानी कि market conditions are bad globally, सब जगह बेकार हालत है. So what will be my driver when I am making a strategy? My driver is going to be, at least let me recover my fixed cost, my normal break even. At least let me achieve that actually. So that means let me achieve at least my fixed cost, and all my variable costs are covered. Situation are even worse, then what do? Then you can ignore depreciation also. Then what will be your driver? In the worst of the time, your driver will be, let me cover my all my cash cost. Let me cover my let me cover my SG&A. Let me cover my finance cost, and variable cost I am covering in any case. So this is how the strategies are driven by the businesses across the globe under different time situations. Everything is going good, you must earn as high a profit as possible. Things are not good, at least make some profit. Things are even worse, cover your total cost. Things are even worse, cover your cash cost. And that is the reason why I asked you to calculate the cash break even point. Very good. What is your answer for question number 3, group number 3? Your answer for question number 3. Group 3. Anyone from group 3? What is your answer for question number 3? Okay, group 2. Anyone from group 2?
Sir, it is 485. Sir, I'm there from group 3. Sorry. 48571 tons of steel has to be sold.
Well, 485,000.
Yes.
Okay, group 1.
गौरव, आपकी एक्सेल शीट में अपन ने टेस्ट करा था. गौरव, थोड़ा एलोबरेट करोगे?
Okay, anyone else?
हमारे मिस्टर गौरव शायद अभी मतलब कुछ वॉइस प्रॉब्लम है.
Okay.
So that because ट्राई टू करा था.
Okay, good. But I'm sure your number also must be coming 485,000 as group 1 just mentioned. Okay, let's come to the question number 4, and anyone can answer this. What is your answer? Company is getting an export order and the X work selling price is $240. Accept करना चाहिए कि नहीं करना चाहिए?
Sir.
Yep.
Sir, sorry. ये थर्ड क्वेश्चन का सेकंड पोर्शन बाकी रहेगा.
Yeah, third question. If the company plans to earn a profit of $100 million for the year, how many tons of steel should it produce and sell? And what will be its total sales in million tons? So once you know the quantity, you just need to multiply with the selling price, and that will give you your sales in terms of million dollars also. So how much is your, yeah,
Then
is that fine?
80.95.
Yeah, 80.95. So okay, so that is in terms of value you are saying.
Yes, sir.
Okay, what about the other groups? Are you also getting the same number?
सर 100 मिलियन टन का प्रॉफिट लेने के लिए
हम्म।
जो स्टील प्रोड्यूस करना पड़ेगा दैट विल कम्स अराउंड 0.57.
Okay, now let's look at this way. Okay, now if our target profit is $100 million, our fixed cost is also $100 million. So which means $200 million. $200 million is what will come in the numerator, and we want to to find out the quantity. We will need to divide $200 million by the contribution, and the contribution is 350. So $200 million divided by 350, whatever you get, that is your quantity. So if I can do it on my calculator and
That is 0.57.
yeah, is that so? So $200 million divided by $350 dollar contribution per unit. So it comes to 5,71,140, 5,71,428 tons of steel will need to be produced for earning a profit of $100 million. Are you all getting same number?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Everyone, all groups?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Very good. Now into the selling price, which is 600. So your sales amount is going to be $340 million. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Everyone,
Correct.
all groups?
Yes, sir. 342. Yes.
Yeah, 342.857.
857.
Excellent, excellent. Let's come to question number 4. What is your answer? What company should do? Accept the order or reject the order? I'm sure answer of every one of you is to reject the order.
Reject.
Reject. Absolutely.
No.
No?
Reject the order, sir.
Reject the order. Okay, all groups.
No means
Yeah, because my variable cost is $250 per ton, and if the selling price that I am getting is $240 per ton, I am not recovering my variable cost itself. So if I accept this order, I will be making loss $10 per ton. So I simply forget about it. But if the selling price is $260 per ton, then what do I do? Do I accept it or do I reject it? Because currently my selling price is $600 per ton. So against $600 per ton of the order which I am currently having, I am getting this export order for $260 per ton. Should I accept it or should I reject it? What is the answer of all the groups?
Sir, it can be accepted because it is the ex-work selling price.
Yes. Yes, very good. Very good.
We can utilize our
Surplus.
capacity
Yes.
by this offer.
Very good.
Accepting this offer.
And you are right. You are absolutely right. And please pay attention. Doesn't really matter as to what is the selling price that I am getting currently. I have some surplus capacity. My fixed cost is already covered based on my current production and sale. So when I get this order for 100,000 tons of steel at the rate of $260 per ton, what is my incremental cost? My incremental cost is only variable cost. I do not have to spend anything on fixed cost because fixed cost is already incurred. So it is already done. I will have to spend only $250 per ton, and the order I'm getting is at $260 per ton. So I'm still earning a profit of $10 per ton, and therefore, in a case like this, I will accept this order. I will accept this order. I suppose this is the conclusion of all the three groups as well. In case if somebody is
No. Sir, I have a doubt.
Huh.
In that case, the capacity should increase to get the break even. In that, it is not like we cannot consider fixed cost in this scenario.
No, देखो, your break even point in this case is not to be taken into account for the new order. Please understand.
Okay. Then मतलब for a new order, because हम लोगों ने fixed cost already incur कर चुके हैं
Exactly.
पहले order में,
Exactly.
इसलिए हमने इस पर
Exactly. You remember we discussed in the very beginning, we said fixed cost is fixed in terms of totality and it changes in terms of per unit. So एक बार आपने fixed cost जो आपकी है वो आप कितना आगे प्रोड्यूस करते हैं वो उस पर कुछ फर्क पड़ने वाला नहीं है. So you are already running your plant at 40% capacity. Whatever fixed cost was to be incurred is being incurred already. So if you accept a new order of this kind, you are not going to incur any extra incremental fixed cost. So only cost that you will incur is your variable cost. That is $250. So you will receive $260 per ton. You will incur a cost of $250 per ton, and therefore you will make a profit of $10 per ton. So if you accept this order, your profit will increase by $1 million. एक लाख डॉलर है, $10 का प्रॉफिट है, तो आपका $1 million से आपका प्रॉफिट इंक्रीज हो जाएगा. So that is why you will accept this order. The last question is, what should be the minimum price of a new order for you to accept the same? So the minimum price has to be over my variable cost. So my variable cost is $250. So any order that I receive, which is at a price higher than $250, I will accept. Now please remember, more than 250. Absolutely right. Now please understand, we are discussing this case to understand the concept. And why I'm saying this? Because we are discussing one aspect, that is only the price and the cost. But in case of an export order, there may be some other consideration also. So let's say, for example, you are receiving the order at the $240 only, but there are export incentives. So on every ton of steel that you produce and sell and export, you will get, let's say for example, you will get an incentive of $60. So your selling price is $240. Your variable cost is $250. So really speaking, you are not recovering your variable cost also from the selling price, but you are getting export incentive. So your total realization in your hand is going to be $240 plus $60 of the export incentive. So you get $300 in your hand, and therefore $300 minus $250. So you get incremental contribution of $50 on this order, and therefore you will accept this order even though the selling price is less than your variable cost. And remember, this is how you take the decisions in a situation like this. I hope that makes sense to all of you.
So one query here.
Please, Amit.
Here we are not recovering the fixed cost in that case when we are talking about a minimum order, and which also includes the finance cost. So how will it reflect on our balance sheet if we sell it at a 260 when the variable cost is 250?
Amit, you are already running your plant at 40% capacity. You are already running your plant at 40% capacity, which means you are already producing 40% of your capacity at the price of $600 per ton. And that means for running this plant at 40% capacity, all the fixed cost of finance, depreciation and SG&A, you are already incurring. So that cost you are going to incur in any case, whether you accept this new order of 1 lakh 1 lakh ton of steel, or you don't accept, the fixed cost of SG&A and finance cost and depreciation is incurred in any case. So if you accept this new order of 1 lakh ton of steel, there is no incremental fixed cost. Fixed cost पे आपको कुछ एक्स्ट्रा खर्चा करना नहीं है, because जो होना था वो तो ऑलरेडी हो चुका है. And that is why you do not have to worry about about the how will it look. Ultimately, for P&L and balance sheet, Amit, what is that you have to see is, are you making more profit? So if you accept this order, even at 260 also, you are making an extra profit of $10, and that means in your P&L, your profit will be increasing by $1 million, that is $10 lakh, and that is a good sign, and that is how you will accept it. I hope that answers your query, Amit.
Yeah, I can go up to 75% of the capacity.
Correct.
I can go orders. There was a slightly misunderstanding actually, that we had replaced the existing orders of 600 rupees by this new order.
No.
Addition to the existing capacity.
Absolutely.
Okay. They have also done the same thing.
Absolutely, because see 40% कैपेसिटी और क्या अगेंस्ट में 1 लाख तो कुछ भी नहीं है 40% कैपेसिटी के अगेंस्ट में. तो दिस 1 लाख इज एन इंक्रीमेंटल ऑर्डर ओवर एंड अबव द कैपेसिटी दैट यू आर ऑलरेडी यूटिलाइजिंग. Okay, very good, friends. So now we are going to overshoot today's session. I hope today we are on the last day, and I hope it's fine with all of you. We only have 3 topics remaining. One is the operating leverage, and second is the financial leverage, and third is GST. It will take, in my view, about 20 minutes or so. So if that is okay, I think we can continue. I hope that's fine for all of you. Gajanan, Neeraj, and everyone.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Will be fine.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So now we come to the operating leverage. And we'll understand the risk and profitability associated with the operating leverage. What is operating leverage, and how does it help the business in maximizing the profit? Yeah, I know. Why does it, what I'm trying to show to you is not reflecting in the tray. Though I have opened that file, but for some strange reason, it is not reflecting in the tray. So let me see what can I do about it.
Now it is visible.
But what you are seeing, yeah, you are seeing the yeah, but no, but you are seeing the this file. I have already, I want to add. Okay, let's see. Is it visible now?
So marginal cost of equal.
It is showing marginal costing and break-even analysis.
No, that we have done. I'm trying to show you the operating leverage file. So let's see. I hope it gets.
Yes, it is visible now.
Yes. Now it is appearing.
Okay. Understanding impact of operating leverage. Is that what you are able to see on screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Understanding impact of, very good. So that's really nice. So number one, let us understand what is operating leverage with the help of few questions. So the first question is,